casting, because that's my job. I'm going to be casting. I'm going to be observing, and you know, I have to work on that. And so I want to be able to concentrate on that without seeing a bunch of people being super toxic in chat. That's my job. Your job is to be chill and hang out and have good vibes. We do have 9 players on the server, so we do have 9 players on the server, so we will be starting this one off pretty soon. What we will start off with is, you can see up in the corner, like I said, the channel points prediction. That will run until the pistol round ends. And then once the pistol round ends, I will close it and we will enjoy the game. Are you full-time caster? No, I am not. I primarily cast in the evenings for the North American games because I have a full-time job that I work during the day. I work from home, like I've been talking about, which you might have missed if you are just coming in. Looks like we will get into the game here. But the VODs channel is a thing. We are missing... Oh, there we go. Everybody connected. So Akimbo versus Super Evil Gang. Knife round about to start. Then we'll get ourselves a pistol. And then we'll get off to the races. So Super Evil Gang here on the T side. Akimbo on the CT. Are waiting for AFKs. So we're going to chill in CT spawn, I guess. Wait for Super Evil Gang to arrive. They're going to be a little bit confused that they have to get all the way. You can see them checking their corners. All right. Now, a little bit disjointed knife round, and it looks like it's going to benefit Akimbo. They lure Super Evil Gang into the knife trap. I would say probably Mongols are going to beat Astralis, and it's not going to be close. All right, so Akimbo taking CT side for the pistol. Super Evil Gang relegated to the DT side. And we are going to start with Ancient, go over to Anubis. Should be a good best of 2. Let us get into it. Who's the best team right now? Spirit, followed by, I would say, FaZe, Vitality. Maus are up there. Mongols are up there. Mongols are probably actually higher than FaZe and Vitality, but let's get into this game right now. So, Super Evil Gang. So if you are new to CS2, something that you'll see a lot of the time is a rush on the pistol round. The T side will just go and charge right into the A bomb site. Not to be the case this time. They are going to have to worry about Consti, so I do tell a bit of a lie. Consti already in the game, in the server, taking down Clipzera. Good headshot to start off the round. Now, the rest of Super Evil Gang all playing by Shelf. Spotted by Obi. This one going to get dangerous. Flow with the headshot. We'll start to open things up. 4 versus 4. Smoke going to go in to slow this one down. And it wasn't already that fast to begin with. Akimbo with an early rotate. They've already got 4 on the B bomb site. And Super Evil Gang, more than enough time to not have to connect or commit. And they will head on over to the A bomb site. So Akimbo with a little bit of a misread. Are you Nick A30? No, I'm Floofies. It literally says so in the... Anyway, bomb going to be going down, and Akimbo going to be left scratching their heads as to how they managed to fumble this one so badly. They do have the kit on Cameron, but that's cold comfort for how long it's going to take for the rotation to come in, and Super Evil Gang going to have so much knowledge with the sounds coming in here. No early shots. Misha, kill for Flow. Misha looking for something, going to find a bullet. Trades back and forth. Consti on their way in through Donut. Cameron, they have to get the defuse now. There's not going to be enough time, and Super Evil Gang will walk away with a pistol. No, ZY is ZY. N20 was benched recently and is not going to be in this one. All right, so Super Evil Gang with a good start for their pistol. And Akimbo breaking out the Deegs as a result. Do teams change rosters often? They're not actually able to change rosters that often. The rules of this league prohibit teams from changing players, I think, more than 3 times in a season. So the change for N20 for Consti is, you know, they're probably gonna, unless something horrible happens to one of their players. Ooh, there we go. ZY, a very good kill to start off the round, and Laxi joining in with a Deeg as well. Akimbo bringing out the one-shots to battle back onto this one, but Flo not going to be content. Stay still with that. Ooh, Obi's Deeg not quite able to connect. It's going to be Flo with the kill. Now the lower level weapons here for Akimbo going to have to go well here. Talon does take down Laxi, and the 1 versus 1 will get placed, but Cameron in position sprays down Talon and going to have the defuse as well. So Akimbo going to make sure to bite right back, not going to be content to let themselves linger. Really unfortunate for Super Evil Gang. They did spend quite a lot of money. It does look like they will go for the Pistol Force for this following round to try to trade back the momentum on this one. And it's going to be a fast push over towards A. Cameron going to spot this. Here's this. Ooh, ollie down, double down, spray down. I'm using the word down a whole heck of a lot, but I mean, Super Evil Gang is going down. The dunk to finish off another. And the rest of Akimbo going to get into position. Only losing Consti. That will allow for the buy. No bomb plant, unfortunately, for the Super Evil Gang, but they will at least have enough for the Force with the 2-round loss. So, gonna get rolling once again. Interesting. No smoke onto the elbow. The flash gonna bite Laxi in the butt here. Arius takes down 2 to open up the round for Super Evil Gang. And that's gonna give so much space. They're gonna get into the A bomb site in a hurry. This op for Consti gonna have the weight of the world on his shoulders. He still hasn't moved on over. Obi at least gonna take down the lurk. But this 3 versus 4 feels pretty awful for Akimbo, and Consti's still expecting the player in through mid. Meanwhile, Donut gonna be the point of attack for the rest of the server. Down to the 3 versus 3 for Super Evil Gang, keeping Arius available to peek Donut while having other players available for after plants, and it's too late for Akimbo. They are going to go for the save. So we're getting the traded rounds quite quick on this one. I saw one HLTV commenter say this is the battle of the mid. It's we're already seeing some things that are maybe a little bit not quite on the same level as the other teams in ECL, but you know, still get some fun plays all the same. Now the smoke in position for Akimbo means Cameron can safely peek. But Obi getting activated by Cat. Goes for the 1-for-1. Actually forced to fall back. Smoke fades. Clipzera with the kill. Now Cameron forced to fight. Does find the trade on Amisha. We're quickly down to the 3 versus 3. Oh yeah, paper straws are terrible. What I would do is I would purchase my own metal straw and just use that. Metal straws are a game changer, let me tell you. Or, you know, take the lid off and just drink the thing. You don't need a lid. I'm assuming if you're in Twitch chat, you're an adult. You know how to drink a beverage without spilling on yourself. Super Evil Gang now choosing to go for the A-bomb site to try to throw things off. They've done this a couple of times already. Cameron going to be the one called upon to prevent this. Good headshot to start this one off, and Clipzera falls as well. 1 versus 3 now for Flo. And Flo out of the temple, or Flo out of main. Oh, good for 1, but Consti will bite right back. All right, so it's always a fun game to see what op Consti is using, because Consti is somebody that's has spent a lot of money on the Steam inventory here. I know he's got the Dragon Lore kicking around. He's probably got a Gungnir. Can you show us? Have a can of water. You can't see because I don't put my camera on the screen for ECL because I like to let the game kind of speak for itself with me as well. And it's, oh my gosh, it's just Obi going all the way here. Double kill to start this one off, and good damage onto the other two. Does get taken down, but I do not think that there's going to be much left to say here for the Super Evil Gang. Akimbo will take the 4th. So this is starting to get a little bit dangerous for the Super Evil Gang. Akimbo starting to heat up here on their CT side. And if that CT side economy gets rolling, that T side is definitely going to get into trouble. When I said that Super Evil Gang hadn't beaten anyone, I was trying to be nice by the fact that the teams that Super Evil Gang have faced so far in Challenger League are some of the best in the league, but at the same time, Super Evil Gang has also lost to a lot of other advanced teams. So while they're here, and they deserve to be here because of the teams that they beat to get here, now that they're here, they are discovering what the next level looks like. And Akimbo, I wouldn't even say is the next level. I would say Akimbo is maybe a little bit above them, but the other teams in the league are even more above what Akimbo is bringing to this game. I think one of the big things that we've seen is maybe a lack of utility in mid. You know, we saw, I don't think other teams would have given up that second round that Super Evil Gang were able to win. So, I mean, it was good that the Super Evil Gang were able to take advantage of the mistakes, but now that the economy is really starting to fall into the favor of Akimbo, now it's going to get dangerous. Yes, Mongols would 13-0 either of these teams. All right, well, and again, so we missed, so they didn't throw the smoke that one round. They got punished. Now we've got the smokes down on Elbow. The thing that they're not expecting here on the Akimbo side is the boost up. Clip Zera playing the top boosted position, but it's still going to be Obi and Laxi just churning through bodies, stopping any sort of aggression here, anything that Super Evil Gang are trying to get going. Nisha looking to find an opening on the A bomb site. Gonna find a bullet instead. It's just gonna be Flo. Does have the bomb, but also the 1v5 not very likely, and Laxi gonna make it a 0 versus 5. We do get the timeout for Super Evil Gang, but if we look at the scoreboard, they have only gotten a single kill for multiple rounds in a row. Yeah, they're on that max loss bonus, but they're going to need a lot more than that. It does feel like there's a huge tactical difference. All right, so you want to know the dirty truth? I bet on a game I bet on games back in like 2014, 2015. I would buy cheap skins off of the Steam marketplace and place bets on CS Lounge, and I learned my lesson that it was stupid. You can't predict the winners of these games. You have no idea what's going on, and so now I don't. NA ECL is best of 2. I think it's an experiment. It's an experiment they've been piloting for a few seasons now. South America and Asia and Oceania are also best of 2s. It's only Europe that's best of 3s right now. And I do hope we get a return to best of 3s, but at the same time, it's very consistent timing. With best of 2s, it very rarely will go longer than 2 hours. So I can plan a lot more easily around these streams than I could with a best of 3. Especially with the MR12. MR12 best of 2, very consistent timing-wise. Now this, on the other hand, rather than being 2 hours, might be more like an hour and a half or less. But anyways, full buy for the Super Evil Gang. They haven't been able to buy the op. I do wonder if that's something that's holding them back, is if they could pick up that op and get a couple of picks, if that would be the X factor to open something up for them, but haven't been able to buy it. They will make their way out mid. They're getting out in front of the smoke, and Laxi is called upon. There's 4 here to deal with him, and Arius will take that first kill. So, but Akimbo will bite back. Crunch on top of mid. 3 kills and a 4th. Talon left all alone in the smoke. And ZY will close this one out. What is the value to these ESL best of 2s to these teams? So each game has its own rating change. So if you go to the HLTV page, you can see what each of these teams is really fighting for. So Akimbo have the chance to get 13 points. They would 26 points. They would move from 147 to 134. If Super Evil Gang wins, they would move from 163 to 160. So, again, both of these teams with a fair amount to gain. I do think Super Evil Gang have more to fight for, just because they're still looking for that first win. But I don't think it's happening. 8-2, and these rounds haven't even been that close. Although, a good fight here for Super Evil Gang. They do bring it back to the 2 versus 2. Do these teams change their rosters quite often? No, they do not. There are rules that prevent them from making too many roster changes, and so you'll get, 1 or 2 roster changes a season, if that. Ideally, you don't want to make any roster changes. Ooh, Flo caught through the smoke, and Consti cool, calm, collected with a Tech 9. Headshot and a second. This is ranked. These teams are both HLTV ranked teams. They both have VRS ranking points. Super Evil Gang. So, man, I don't know enough about those streamers to know whether that's a good or a bad thing. So I'm not going to comment, but cool. I'll take it, I guess. But the spray downs are working out perfectly. Okay. This game is upsetting. I feel bad. If this were an advanced team, or if this were like a main team versus a challenger level team, I would feel a little bit better. But this is like, these teams are supposed to be pretty evenly matched. No, Super Evil Gang will make their way around. Gosh, if there's nothing to talk about gameplay-wise, do I talk about skins? I like to talk about skins. I may not be Oni Pixel, but I really want this AK skin. What do people think of Be the Monster? I think Be the Monster is a pretty sweet one. I don't remember who was carrying it, but there was a really sweet craft that was using 5 times of the Salty Shower sticker, and it looks really good if you kind of lay it over the top. No, I'm glad there's not animated CS2 skins, just because the game's performance can be bad enough at times as it is. Well, Flipzera able to find one, but the trade from Cameron likely... I'm not going to say anything. 1 versus 1 here, and I do like Flo, the position that they've got themselves into this far back. That smoke will give the first indication, and Cameron just going to stick the defuse. No spray down for Flo. It is 10-2. Akimbo looking to make this one fast, guys. We're half an hour into the stream. We're half an hour into this. We might be nearly done with the first game. Yeah, the reason that I don't allow any betting conversation is, again, it just makes people really toxic and really awful. I would say Super Evil is probably feeling mid-bossy right now. But we'll see. Maybe they can find the comeback on their CT side. I do feel like Akimbo has a lot more cohesion. They have a lot more going for them. And already Laxi surges onto the site with the first kill. Arias and Misha bite back for 2. So this does feel doable. Arias through the smoke takes down ZY as well. That kill will leave Cameron all on their own. 1 versus 3. The first. Oh my. What? 2 kills. Not going to be enough. Super Evil Gang. They do manage to take the pistol, but only by the skin of their teeth. Now, pistol round at least showing that Super Evil Gang has a little bit of life left in them. This is why you change sides. You never want to count a team out on just the one side. The pistol can lead to a comeback, although that deagle shot was quite nasty by Laxi. Misha looking for some kills in mid. There's a few targets to deal with. No teammates coming in for the wrap either. This one feels like if you just let them have mid, your teammates aren't close by. They're getting over to the A bomb site instead. Flo gonna head on over. Does have Arias close at hand. Super Evil Gang will make their way over to defend this bomb site, but Akimbo in some quite powerful off angles. Although without armor, oh, that's a good trade. Bomb down. And these rifles for Super Evil Gang gonna need to go huge. Arias, no, dies to Laxi. And what is going on? The deagle is just too strong. Super Evil Gang just can't cut it. Oh, the MP9 will finally end the massacre from Laxi. But again, they're dying to pistols. They're dying to unarmored players. 2 rounds to their benefit. They're at least making this one a little bit closer. But now the full buy coming into effect for Akimbo. These AKs. We saw how they looked on the CT side. Akimbo now have full access to that rifle. Any matchups you're excited to see? I mean, I just want to see Legacy play. Legacy were supposed to be back this week. They weren't. They forfeited their first 2 matches. Interestingly, if Legacy forfeits any more, they're going to drop out of the top 50. So I want to see Legacy play. Maxi heading on up through mid. Gonna have some company here in the red room as the smoke fades. They're in a dangerous spot. Oh, Arias with the trade. Will at least make that one even, but that's info gathered for that mid player. Cameron on Cat gonna spot some players as well. Oh, Obi dropping in for the nade throw. Just going out into the open. No lineups. Just doing it live. Super Evil Gang with a man advantage here. Akimbo look for the E plan. Oh, the flash doesn't hit. ZY only able to take down one. Talon with the trade. Cave smoked off, but Consti just gonna tap down Talon with a 1-tap. Ooh, Misha will clean up. Super Evil Gang, like I say, they have some signs of life. I was actually kind of interested to see, you know, this felt like a game the Super Evil Gang could win. Why they keep forfeiting? They're probably still in Brazil or South America. You know, one of the two. They're the same place. And they just don't want to play with the high ping. All right, 5-10 score line, and Super Evil Gang up against the Pistols. Good start for Clipzera. Looking like Super Evil Gang are at least going to bring it back to an uncomfortable spot. 6-10. Definitely something that you could, in some worlds, bring back. Consti with the Tech 9 is going to be a menace against the Super Evil Gang. Worryingly, Super Evil Gang are just holding the angles, and that's just going to make them food for Akimbo. Cameron walks out, takes down 2, looking for more. Consti taken down, so it is going to have to be the 1 versus 5, and it's not to be as Misha is the hero here for Super Evil Gang. We do get the pause here for Akimbo. Full rifles, and Arius stuck on that FAMAS once again, which is not awful. I mean, man, the FAMAS, it feels weird to be okay with the FAMAS and not be looking at it like, oh no, oh, I feel so bad for you. You have the FAMAS. Like, you have the FAMAS. You know, it could be worse. You could have a Bison or something. I don't know. Let's see if those rifles are able to get activated here for Super Evil Gang. If they get one more round, they really put Akimbo on notice. If they can get one clean round here, they can make this game interesting in a hurry. Man, you used to say that North America doesn't know how to play CT side, but this game, it feels like North America doesn't know how to play T side. Both of these teams having not the best time on their executes. Oh, OB looking away from the flash. That was not a flash. And this stack towards the B bomb site feels like it's paying dividends. Akimbo being slowed down massively, but Super Evil Gang have 3 players all grouped up by short. Feels like their eggs are all in one basket. Akimbo were to walk out now, and they do start that attack as they get the smokes into position. The smoke going to be blown apart, but again, no one's close enough for Super Evil Gang to get the shots downrange here. So Akimbo going to get the bomb down nearly uncontested, and a good couple of frags to start off this post plant. ZY and Consti take down Arias and Misha. Super Evil Gang gonna look for the 3 versus 5. I say 2 versus 5. ZY with 1, Obi with 1, and Cameron on the cleanup. As Akimbo put an end to Super Evil Gang's winning ways for the 11th round. And now Akimbo gonna have the opportunity to build up some momentum of their own. 5 players surviving, and they've managed to do a fair amount of eco damage round after round to Super Evil Gang. So there's not going to be much of a buy, maybe a force. And then Super Evil Gang going to be stuck playing for overtime. N20 is not playing. N20 was replaced by Consti. So Akimbo, they are going to have a good record after this. They'll be 5-4. It does feel like, you know, hey, you're getting into those areas where people are going to have to respect you. We got a good little stack for Super Evil Gang. Got a couple of players in A main with 3 players in Donut, also called Nut. 3 players in the Nut. I don't really know what else to say other than just saying that there's 3 players in it. Cameron just farming it up. Goes, oh, I'll just headshot you. Okay. Not really a whole lot of challenge in some of these kills. Ooh, Talon able to take one back onto that USP, but... oh, if they chase him. Are we going to get the Zeus? Are we going to get the Zeus? Hold the phone. Oh! Talon peeks out just a little bit too early. So 12-6. Glad that we are getting some some plays out of the Super Evil Gang. It feels like the CT side, they're starting to settle in a little bit. Maybe a little bit late to save the game, but still better than nothing. I've seen some matches go 0-13, so really this is better than nothing. Is the best that Super Evil Gang are going to be hoping for on this one. Now, this is a fast push over toward that B-bomb site. A quick trade already locked in. Arius makes it another, but Consti quick on that op. Not going to allow anything else. 3 versus 2. This bomb going to be planted, and this game going to be over. Akimbo, they should start to speed up a little bit because they do have Flo sitting at their backside, so this one could get interesting. Although Cameron with the kill on the Talon. Oh, there we go. Flo, quick scopes onto Consti, removes the Opper. Laxi on 10 HP. This one definitely doable, but no kit for Talon. Does mean they've got to make this one fast. They go a little bit too fast, and Laxi with the cleanup cleans this one up, closes this one out. 13-6 in the favor of Akimbo. And that is going to be quite the start here for this best of 2. Next map we're going to be headed off to is Anubis. But I do want to say before we head off, so we do have to head to a short break in between maps, but I do want to say I've seen a bunch of you pop in and follow. Look at all those names. Thank you. I know that I put the follower only chat on, but I do appreciate if you do hit the follow button. And if you have hit the follow button, I appreciate you staying followed and coming back for future streams. I very consistently will be streaming ECL or Advanced or Impact. It's, where we have fun here. I've got qualifiers that I'm going to be streaming. So keep the stream followed. Stick around. We're going to have more Counter-Strike of varying qualities, casting of, well, if you've enjoyed this, you'll enjoy more. And yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. I do run trivia in the break, so stick around and chat. Keep an eye on your chat window. The bot will give you a question, and it will give you hints as to what the answers are. If you answer 5 questions correctly, I give you a free sub. So stick around and chat, and I will see you in a few minutes.